Have you ever wondered what the Detroit Lions need to become a true nightmare for opposing offenses? Their defense, already one of the best last season, has just added a new piece that could make all the difference. An experienced, versatile player with a solid track record in the NFL. And the best part, he arrives with something to prove. We're talking about Maddox, the Lions' newest cornerback, who signed his contract this Friday, 20th. But what does this signing really mean for the team? Can Maddox take this defensive unit to an even higher level? Let's break it all down right now. The news of Maddox joining the Detroit Lions became public in a rather unexpected way. His girlfriend shared photos of the contract signing on her social media. Naturally, this sparked a wave of speculation among fans before the official confirmation. Shortly after, the player's agent revealed to the Philadelphia Inquirer that the contract is for just 1 year, which suggests that this could be a make-or-break season for Maddox to prove his worth and secure a bigger deal in the future. But who is Maddox, and why does this signing make sense for the Lions? To understand that, we need to look at his NFL journey. Maddox spent 7 seasons with the Philadelphia Eagles, where he built a career filled with bright moments but also challenges. During that time, he played 81 games, starting in 41 of them. He also played a crucial role in the playoffs, appearing in 11 postseason games with 6 starts. Looking at his stats, it's clear that Maddox has a significant impact on the field. Over the course of the regular season, his numbers speak for themselves: 270 tackles for interceptions, 3 sacks, 36 passes defended, 8 forced fumbles, and 1 fumble recovery. In the postseason, he added 40 tackles and 5 passes defended. These numbers highlight a defender who is not only capable of covering receivers effectively, but also has the physical presence to make an impact on key plays. But what makes this move even more intriguing is how Maddox fits into the Lions' defense. The team has already shown tremendous defensive growth last season and needed a few key additions to maintain that upward trajectory. With Maddox coming in, the secondary gains an experienced player who can add depth and leadership to the roster. Another important factor is the 1-year contract. For Maddox, this means he needs to have a strong season to secure a longer-term deal, whether with the Lions or another NFL team. For Detroit, this is a relatively low-risk move, a motivated player with playoff experience who can elevate the defense without financially compromising the team's future. And speaking of the future, it's worth analyzing what this move means within the broader NFL landscape. The Detroit Lions are building a competitive team, aiming not just for occasional playoff appearances, but to establish themselves as one of the league's premier forces. Defense was a key pillar of their success last season, and adding Maddox only strengthens that unit. Another interesting aspect to consider is the impact Maddox could have in the locker room. Players like him, who arrive with playoff experience and a solid track record, can help shape the team's winning mentality. Football isn't just about individual talent, it's about chemistry, mindset, and leadership. Maddox has the potential to contribute in those areas as well. But not everything is guaranteed. One concern for Lions fans is injuries. During his time with the Eagles, Maddox dealt with several physical setbacks that kept him off the field in crucial moments. The big question now is whether he can stay healthy throughout the season. If he's at his best, he could be an essential addition. If not, the Lions might still struggle with depth issues in the secondary. Beyond his on-field skills, Maddox brings a level of intensity and competitiveness that fits perfectly with the culture Dan Campbell has built in Detroit. The Lions have established themselves as a tough, resilient team, and Maddox's aggressive style of play aligns well with that identity. He's not afraid to get physical, whether it's pressing receivers at the line or making crucial tackles in the open field. That kind of energy can be contagious in a locker room hungry for success. Another major plus is Maddox's experience in high-pressure situations. Having played in multiple playoff games with the Eagles, he understands what it takes to perform when the stakes are highest. That could be invaluable for a Lions team looking to make another deep postseason run. Younger defensive backs on the roster will benefit from his leadership, learning how to handle the mental and physical demands of a long NFL season. Of course, while Maddox's versatility is a strength, it also raises questions about how the Lions will deploy him. Will he primarily play in the slot, where he's had success in the past, or will Detroit experiment with him in an outside role? His ability to cover quick, shifty receivers makes him an asset against high-powered offenses, but the coaching staff will need to determine the best way to maximize his skill set. Injuries remain the biggest concern with Maddox. Over the past few seasons, he's struggled to stay on the field, missing significant time with various ailments. If he can remain healthy, he has the potential to be one of the most impactful additions to Detroit's defense. However, if injuries persist, the Lions may find themselves once again searching for reliable depth in the secondary. One underrated aspect of Maddox's game is his ability to force turnovers. His aggressive approach has resulted in multiple forced fumbles and key pass breakups throughout his career. The Lions, who ranked in the middle of the pack in takeaways last season, could greatly benefit from his playmaking instincts. A few momentum-shifting plays from Maddox could make all the difference in tight games. Another thing to consider is the impact of Detroit's pass rush on Maddox's performance. A strong defensive front can make life easier for defensive backs by pressuring quarterbacks into quick off-target throws. With Aiden Hutchinson leading the charge up front, Maddox could find himself in a position to capitalize on rush decisions, increasing his chances of snagging interceptions and breaking up passes. Looking at the bigger picture, Maddox's signing signals that the Lions are all in on making defensive improvements. Last year, their offense was among the most explosive in the league, but defensive inconsistencies held them back in key moments. With strategic additions like Maddox, Detroit is showing a clear commitment to becoming a more well-rounded team capable of competing at the highest level. The key for Maddox will be making an immediate impact. With only a one-year deal in place, he doesn't have the luxury of easing into his role. He'll need to prove from day one that he can be a difference maker. If he does, he could earn himself a long-term spot in Detroit or attract interest from other teams looking for a veteran defensive back. Another point of debate is Maddox's exact role in the Lions' defensive scheme. He's a versatile player who can play both in the slot and in more open coverage, giving head coach Dan Campbell multiple ways to use him. Will he be a key piece in covering speedy receivers? Or will he play a bigger role in run support? This will be something to watch in the early games of the season. Now, we want to hear from you, Lions fans. Do you think Avonte Maddox will be a game-changer for the team this season? Can he stay healthy and become a key piece in this improving defense? Or do you think he'll be just a short-term addition without much impact? Let us know in the comments. And if you want to keep up with all the latest news about the Detroit Lions, don't forget to subscribe to the Lions News Fan Report channel. Here, you'll stay up to date on everything happening with the team, with in-depth analysis, news, and discussions about the NFL season. See you in the next video.